Fort Walton Beach, what I like about it.
Ours looks like sugar, and it feels like sugar.
What's not to like?
That's what I like the most.
We definitely could have a bigger mall.
I don't love any of that.
Thinking about moving to Fort Walton Beach? Here's what I think are a few pros and cons of the area, and then we'll hear what some other locals have to say about it as well. A pro for me is that Fort Walton Beach is a small city with a little less than 25,000 people, with a good selection of retail stores, restaurants, and bars, and great live local entertainment. If perhaps you like the big city life or rural country living, this might not be the place for you. A pro, Fort Walton Beach has the word beach right in it. The beaches in this area are truly beautiful, with the white sand and emerald water. There are public beach accesses with free parking to enjoy your beach time. A con would be if you don't like getting sand in places where it shouldn't be, or if you don't like swimming in places where there's a possibility of getting stung or bitten, it might not be for you. Also, the free parking spots can be hard to come by during the summer and spring break. A pro is, I believe Fort Walton Beach is pretty easy to navigate. There are pretty much 5 main roads to learn: Eglin Parkway, Highway 98, Beale Parkway, Racetrack Road, and Mary Esther Boulevard, which was previously Mary Esther Cutoff, and most locals still call it Mary Esther Cutoff. I always thought Racetrack Road was a strange name for a road and that it might encourage dangerous racing on it. Then after being here for several years, I found out that there used to actually be a racetrack in that area, which has since been long gone now. Anyway, these 5 roads kind of form a big, oddly shaped rectangle. Once you learn these 5 roads, you'll find that most places you need to get to are either on these roads or not too far off of them. A con would be, with Highway 98 running along the coast, there's not many options for alternate routes if there's some kind of traffic situation. A pro is, being in the Florida Panhandle, we're about an hour from Pensacola, less than 2 hours from Mobile, less than 3 hours from Biloxi, and it takes about 4 hours to get to New Orleans. A con would be, I think that many people seem to underestimate the time it takes to travel east across the Panhandle before you can start heading into South Florida. Like Disney World would be about a 6.5 hour trip. Tampa would be 7-8 hours, and Key West would take about 12 hours to get to. A pro for me is that the winters here are pretty mild. Although it does get colder here in the Panhandle than I expected before I moved here, occasionally it does get below freezing. I grew up in Ohio, right around the northeastern snow belt, and I do not miss shoveling snow and driving on ice. A con would be that summers are hot and very humid here. When I lived up north, summer days were hot, but it would get considerably cooler at night. Here at night, it just gets dark. Oh yeah, and we do always have the potential threat of hurricanes in the summer and fall. I asked some locals what they thought about the area, and this is what they had to say.
Fort Walton Beach, what I like about it. So I love it because Fort Walton Beach is still along the Emerald Coast. We've got the beautiful white sandy beaches. But yet we can have our own place that we don't have to be subject to as much tourism. So I can travel, 15, 20 miles and be in Destin, or I can stay right here and enjoy my own little oasis. I love that I can go here and support many local businesses, whether it's Stubby's, awesome food, or if I want to go up here to the Pallet Bar and have pig wings, they've got amazing food. All locals that work their tail off, and it's awesome to be able to go and share their experiences and hear their life lessons with them.
Fort Walton Beach in particular, well, it's almost like a hub, where if you want to go to Panama City Beach, 30-minute drive-ish. If you want to go to Pensacola, 30-minute drive-ish. Want to go to Niceville? Quicker drive. There's always something to do, place to go, and if not, you got air conditioning.
I like the community. We've got a nice set of people around the area. They really seem to care about each other.
Fort Walton Beach is awesome. The beaches are amazing. The white sand, and you hear other people say they have white sand. They don't have white sand. Ours looks like sugar, and it feels like sugar, and it's amazing. It's gorgeous, and up against the emerald green water, it's just awesome. There's Okaloosa Island right there behind us. Their condos are only 7 stories tall. It's all they can be. They limit it to it, and it's not like Destin, where they just go nuts. And over there, you got the military land going 20 miles to Navarre, and untouched, pristine beaches, and then you got another 6 miles of beaches between Fort Walton and Destin, untouched. So it's amazing, just nature versus commercial building.
You got Eglin Air Force Base, you know, to the east, and you got Herbold Field to the west, and the crime here is like almost non-existent. What's not to like?
It grew on me. I'm not used to a small city, but it really grew. The people are really cool, really. My amazing tan, that's what I like the most. I hang out on the beach all day long.
Oh yeah.
And here's some things they don't like so much, or they wish were different.
Tourism. Love tourism. But tourism activity, I should say, like the overcrowded of this, the waiting in line for hours for restaurants. I don't love any of that.
We definitely could have a bigger mall.
The mall is laughable
Yeah.
at this point.
There's only a few little stores in there right now.
Yeah, it wasn't big to begin with when all the stores were filled, and now several stores are not filled.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
the
to
traffic is crazy, and it's going to get crazier and crazier. And they, you know, they're supposed to be building a new bridge that's going to make our traffic even crazier for several years while it gets built. Let's hope it alleviates the traffic, because I've got friends just over here. People get rerouted by these apps down their residential streets, and they can't even get out of their driveway. That's kind of aggravating to them. But hopefully we'll get this traffic under control.
What do I dislike? Every other radio station but 99 Rock. They're all terrible. And guys who call me Fabio all the time. We just witnessed one moments ago.
Thinking about moving.
Right. Should I say that? I said it.
That just happened.
I mean it. I mean it too.
You're funny.
So I get to hold this?
Okay.
He's scared.
That's not an easy question, and frankly, it's unfair.
Okay.